Hold up.
It's crazy, right? My fault. Go ahead, Holden.
No, I was gonna be. That's crazy. Like, why? you got to expand on this.
Now, I recorded it with this crew called with this production team called Parallel Thought out of New Jersey, and at the time they had a production. I had a production deal with them, and I was doing an album with them. We wound up, battling took over for me, and then they wound up doing an album with Tame from the Artifacts that did well for them. Then they did another album with Del the Funky Homo Sapien that did well for them. So they flourished in that. So while they were flourishing in that, I was flourishing in battle rap and doing my thing, touring with Immortal Technique, and I really wasn't thinking about it. But they kept the files, and then they reached out to me about 3 years ago, saying they still wanted to put the album out. Now in my head, I'm like, damn, I recorded that shit when, nigga? But then they did some revamps to the shit. They sent me the shit, and I listened to it, and I honestly liked the shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought maybe it was just me because I'm listening to me. But the shit is all right, B. I ain't gonna lie. So I said, fuck it, let's drop it.
I thought you made it now. That's how all right it sounds.
And I dropped it, and I got all the reviews I'm reading about it, niggas love the shit. So,
hey, nah, definitely. Listen, I know that like I had that thought recently, right? Because like before I put out my first Adventure of Super Spicker shit, I had a whole concept for this project called Blockbuster, and it was gonna be like a Blockbuster rental, like but like DVD and CD. And like all the songs were gonna be named after movies, but then Blockbuster went under, like they went under as a business, and I just felt like it was a bad move all them years. And then I was just like recently, like these tracks are all still fire. All this subject matter is all still relevant. You know what I mean? So I could understand where you would be maybe like standoffish, and then you hear it and you're like, you know what though, this is good, and people are that's the type of shit they're looking for nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's also
I definitely like the album, so we still dropped it. And also another thing about the album is a theme album, because if you really listen, you ain't gonna hear it, but each song is sampled from a blaxploitation movie.
Yeah, I would not have heard that. I would never have caught that in my life.
Hell Up in Harlem. Most of the songs on there, like each song, they kind of taken from blaxploitation movies.
So from like Shaft and Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Hell Up in Harlem, of course, 110th Street, Cotton Comes to Harlem, Cleopatra, The Mac. It's a bunch of them in there, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Those are awesome freaking things to put out there, man. But yeah.
The album is Hell Up in Harlem.
Real quick for me, right? For me, because like I had beforehand, I wanted to link him, you, and remember the trip to Florida when we went to go battle? There was a mixtape that you had with Ike at that time, and I just could not fucking find that shit.
Oh, you talking about the Heat Rock Monsters Volume 1?
Heat Rock Monsters.
Yeah.
I could not find it. I don't know. Like,
what? We had put it up, and I think it was taken down. And right now it's crazy because the only way to get that album is coming to see me at Ike, and that's real. But
right.
I think I'm gonna put that back out.
You should
put probably put on Bandcamp.
That mixtape was crazy.
Yo,
like you could probably do it on Bandcamp.
For me, as like what I appreciate, like I fuck with you solo. I love you solo. But you and Ike on a track together is something special. Like the way that like Bugs and Moneybags on the track together is something special. Like there's people that have told me, you know what I mean, that they feel like they like my shit better with me and Jess. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like sometimes when you get that right like mix of two motherfuckers that just sound fucking right and in the pocket together, it's just something special about
it's that. Like
that compliment.
Yeah, you ain't want to hear Dodge Effect. If each one of them niggas from Dodge Effect did a solo album, we wouldn't have gave a fuck.
That's facts.
I'm lying.
No,
Nah, you're not
Crazy
lying.
Scoop did a solo album. You wouldn't even know the name of that shit.
no, but even the Far Side, right? When they lost
Crazy
2 people.
Crazy Drazy or Scoop did solo album, you wouldn't even know about that shit.
But you can
But
even
when
like
they
see
got
it.
Effects, their first album went platinum.
Yeah.
You understand me? That's
Yeah.
what that is. They work too well together, man.
Work too well together. And you and Ike P, you know what I mean? Like, we'll definitely have on Ike, you know, individually on his own as well. But like, I just wanted to let that be known to you. You know what I mean? Like, y'all two together to me
Appreciate
always sounds like that. That's what a duo should sound like in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit that I'm like, I could have easily have seen like the lineage going of like, you know, like Mobb Deep comes and then you see CNN come and then fucking you and Ike together is just like that along that same like great hip hop duo greatness. You know what I mean? Like y'all complement each other on track like really incredibly well and shit. And so you should really put that Heat Rock Monsters because I know that like the music that we played, that y'all played, right, is like that made me like, you know, want to like keep on, you know what I mean? That's what we do with each other, you know, like that's how it always is supposed to.
Yeah, I gotta actually. You know what? I'm about to put that on iTunes.
You got to put that on iTunes
Even,
and
and
on
if they,
Spotify
and let's say
and
they,
world, like,
let's say they do take it down, you can just put it on Bandcamp, and Bandcamp lets you
you can
put
put it
up
on
everything.
Bandcamp. Bandcamp is a solid place
Bandcamp
for
will
you
let
to
you
go.
put everything
Like
up.
for fans, like for things, anything that you don't want to like stress the clearing of samples or
Bandcamp.
I put it on
copyright.
Bandcamp. I put it on Bandcamp.
Yeah, you
Because I
put
know
it
I
on
saw that you
Bandcamp.
had the last one on Bandcamp too, and I'm like, he's got a Bandcamp. This sounds like a great matchup for this project. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you know maybe
yeah.
some people throw a few dollars your way. Is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, absolutely. Nah, absolutely. You don't put it up for free. Don't do that. Like y'all put in work on that shit. That shit is worth what it will be. You know what I mean? Like that's like a gem that like you know what I mean? I'll put it let me know when you put it out. I'll put the link in the comments of this video once it's up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because I'm that adamant about how fire that project was. You know what I mean? I remember PH didn't even put out either of the 2 projects that he played us on that trip, and I was furious for years at him. Like, yo, why wouldn't you just put that out? Like, one of them was Wild Experimental, and it was before a lot of people went experimental. And I'm just like, fuck, man. Sometimes, like y'all be upsetting me, but I also don't be telling y'all shit. You know what I mean? Like, y'all grown ass fucking men. Fuck, I'm gonna tell you.
I tell you to play the game.
It,
I didn't tell you to play YouTube. My fault.
No, the dad moments are amazing.
The dad moments are amazing. Yeah.
No, for real, the dad moments just like compliment. It's like mad like code switching. You're like code switching like live, and then
you gotta check it when you see it.
It's just fucking great.
Get a leeway. That's like get away.